We want this morning to be interactive, we want this morning to be energetic, and of course we want this morning to be productive.
One of our main ideas is to strengthen our transatlantic relationships. I think they are a key feature for us and something we have to work on.
Every year we have the pleasure of organizing this Winter Academy. We are really pleased to have you every year on board. This time it's virtual, but nonetheless it will be a great experience, I'm sure.
Europe needs a geopolitical series of priority to be at the world stage, able to represent its citizen, to propose a new vision for Europe, and at the same time to contribute to a world that is very sharply, rapidly changing.
At the international level, soft power tends to rest on three types of resources: a country's culture, its values, and its policies. I think the fact that Europe has successful societies and that Europe, in its creation of a European Union, has been able to lead the way on a type of multilateralism, and the fact that Europe also works with others in a broad global multilateralism, these are great sources of European soft power.
Citizens and their priorities have to be considered for shaping the European policies. There is a need to put the European sense of community at the very core of the European Union. Without citizen sentiments, the EU is an empty box. Its values and its own identity are the only response to the international crisis that the world is experiencing.
You have two spheres, and the private sphere is not only about data, but also about government not going into every aspect of your life and not regulating every aspect of your life, as we live in liberal democracies.
One of the things you can learn from the history of the European Union is that the European project helped healing divides within Europe. Divides that are now pretty obvious in the US.
We have concluded that we need both hard power and soft power, and we need to strengthen both of them. So starting with hard power, we see that US, China, for instance, are getting stronger, and we also need to reinforce our military power.
European Union has proved themselves to be the entity with more regulation about this topic, so we can say that we are safe, or we have more protection of our privacy here in the EU.
Maybe the EU cannot do it alone, and we, in this sense, stress the importance and the potentials of collaboration with other institutions. It could be member states, but also regional governments and regional legislative regions, like in our case, the Basque Country.
I think maybe enforcing data protection and data gathering and all that could also be middle ground between hard and soft.
Online social space is becoming dominant, especially in the pandemics, and it's now the space where the politics is taking place. We need to promote more cooperation and transparency regarding social media and the internet. If we see a commercial on Facebook, then we need to know who is paying for it and who is behind every political news. The algorithms can help us, but we need to have this human decision at the end of the chain.